6-7. 6-7. That is what Wales got against the Springboks. 6-7 minutes of dominance. Again, 43-0 Wales against South Africa. Springboks against Wales. And that's, I think, 180 minutes of Wales not scoring against us. We did it to them last year. We did it again. Not the best of matches to watch, but still beautiful performance from a changed Springbok side. I'm here with Dean. Dean, what's up, bro? How did you find the match?
I grind because I gotta get paid. 1% chance, 99% faith.
Bro, respect us. Yo. What was that voice in the beginning?
It's the Mandela. We played on Mandela Day, 18 July. You don't know Mandela?
Nah, man, nah. So you're saying today we need to record for 67 minutes. This episode must be 67 minutes long.
It's not like you did anything else on that day. I know you didn't put in the 67 minutes.
I did, bro. Don't worry. I put in my 67 minutes to watch our beautiful Springboks play and defeat Wales. That was my contribution.
This guy. Yeah, but how did you find the game? I think it was a bit of a tough watch. You know, the quality wasn't there as much. It was a lot of scrambles throughout the match. Still got the performance though. A lot of new players, a lot of 4 debutants in that match. And yeah, we still got the win at the end of the day still.
Yeah, I think it was a good performance. Not a great performance. It was a good performance. Our set piece was absolutely dominating. Our scrums, that I think it was the second scrum of the game where we, looked like a steam train, bro. Our scrums was absolutely dominating. Lineouts were good as well. Shout out Ruben van Heerden. I think he had a good performance. Lineouts has been a bit inconsistent the last few weeks. But I think because in Durban right now, I think it was quite humid, so I think the ball was a bit wet, which is why we saw so many handling errors and so many knock-ons when we were close to the try line. So it made our attack look a bit messy at times. So that was the one area where we could improve. Like we did everything right, and then in the last third, with like no composure, or we throw the ball away, or knock on, or whatever. I think also like I said, the weight ball had something to do with it. And then all the new guys performed well. So overall, it was a good day. Like I say, not a great performance, but still a good performance.
100%. We'll talk about all that. The new guys, the debutants, people who are coming back from a long time out of the Springboks camp, people like Esha Yankees. We'll talk about all of that. And you're right about the handling errors. I think Durban, I don't know if it's because it's close to the coast or what, but gets a bit moist there. You could see the players were struggling with handling the ball. And yeah, man, on top of all of that, there was a lot of Sharks boys, so they were playing at home. Williams, obviously, this debut, he was playing at home. He knows that run really well. Moyo as well. It's a Sharks boy now. He only played in one match in URC, but he was playing at home. And Fassi, people are saying the Fassi congregation is losing members. I know you're one of those pastors, because last week you were saying Fassi wasn't playing well. What are you saying this week? People are complaining.
And the weekend special must turn into a weekday special, bro. Fassi, I understand he just came back from injury, so we've got to give him grace. But man, come on, bro. He's better than that. That's the thing. He's better than that performance. So inconsistent. His boot, his kicking, it was so poor. Every time he made a decision to go to the boot, his kicking wasn't it. It wasn't at the level. He dropped one kick, knocked it on, no pressure on him. No one's chasing him. He had all the time in the world to collect the ball, knock it on. You can't do that in test match rugby. Like he needs to step up. He needs to step up. Weekend special, show us something, please, man, because that's not the level, yo.
Yeah, no, I agree. And there's a lot of options we have at fullback. Also, obviously, Willems, I think he holds that spot number 1. When Sasha comes back, sometimes depending on the fly half situation, with what Rassi picks, he'll also consider playing him at fullback sometimes second half in the match. So I think the competition is up, and yeah, he does need to pull up his socks. Does need to pull up, and he was playing at home as well, like I said. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys think of the Springbok performance. This is a conversations. We're just fans of the game, and yeah, man, this is unprofessional commentary. We're not professionals, not analysts. Let us know in the comments what you guys think of the match, what you think of Fassi's performance, the top performance. And yeah, for me, the top performance from the game definitely PDV, Paul de Villiers. Match on match, man, he keeps putting his name up there to say, hey, I want to start. If I'm not getting a start, I at least want to be on the bench when it comes to big matches in terms of test level. He's reminding me of Kwagga Smith, man, just that work rate, that fitness, the jackler. I think he was my man of the match. I don't know who your man of the match was for the match.
No, 100% PDV man of the match. We saw his specialty this weekend. He hasn't been able to get the steals that we used to see him get in the ERC, but this weekend we saw it. There was one crucial steal he got where Wales
Yeah,
were, I think they just came out to, I don't know if it was at the beginning of the second half when they came out and they had a period of like 10 minutes where they had pressure on the ball. They kept tapping the ball short. We conceded penalty after penalty after penalty. They were in our 5 meter close to the try line. PDV steps up with a crucial steal after we defended for many phases. So yeah, man, he was my man of the match as well, and he's quite fast there. Like surprisingly,
he's super fast.
he's fast. Though. Man's got wheels. You must try maybe put him on the wing one game.
So they're gonna turn him into a utility back soon. That speed looks like a good sevens player also.
Yeah, then we can say a 8-0 split one time.
Yeah, man, 100%. My man of the match as well, PDV. And I think match after match, he's showing himself and saying, hey, I want to be there in that back line, in that back row pick, whether it's off the bench or starting. It's a bit difficult for him to start when you look at PTSD and Sia and how Jasper's been playing. But, he's saying bench, reminds me of Kwagga Smith a lot. That impact player, that speed, the fitness is just out of this world. So yeah, definitely my man of the match as well. And also the other new players, the debutants and top performance, obviously Moyo, we'll speak about him just now. There was a moment where they kicked the ball and he just showed his composure. He took the ball, and he kept it from going out or out of the line, and then he picked it up again, passed it, came back, and he took that run. So many meters. I'm like, yeah, this guy's a problem. And Williams also playing at home. He obviously had the try, and the assist for Herschel Yankees. Sterling. And yeah, man, what did you think of Moyes' performance? I think it was a top one for starting off. Brasi was calling him a bit better in the second half, but I think first half he was quite good, man.
Yeah, I think it was very good, solid game. Controlled the game well. He did the basics right. You said he had a few moments where we saw he can produce a bit of magic. Kicking off the boot was good. So I think he had a good game. I think it was the perfect game for him to have his debut against a Wales side that, no disrespect, we're obviously much better than them. And also then the lineup, he had Reinach playing 9 and he had Lendi playing 12. So he had experienced players around him. So I think for him, perfect debut, perfect way to come into the setup. Yeah, like Rashi said, pop battery in the second half. Maybe the test rugby intensity still has to catch up to that. But yeah, I think he had a good game.
No, for sure, for sure. We'll see when you put him back in. There's a lot of options there, fly half. Pollard also, he wants his game time, Libok. And definitely when Sasha comes in, I think Sasha's injury been a blessing for him as well. And next week we have
Blessing.
the friendly. No,
Series
for
injury.
Moyo. For Moyo, for the young guys. This guy. Yeah. And next week we have the friendly against Argentina. They'll be playing that side. And Rasi said they'll send out a squad that'll play there, and then the rest of the players will still be here in SA training for obviously the greatest rivalry. They like doing that, where they send a few players over for the away match and keep the players here. I think we'll see if he gets a start, or Rasi will mix it up again with some of the experienced players. And another top performer on my side was obviously Jesse Creel. He's always having good performances. He scored a try again. I think it's now his fourth consecutive match scoring a try. He scored last week again, that banger against Scotland. Scored the previous match against England. Scored again now. The people are saying he's number one over Jacques Fourie. What are you saying to those comparisons?
Firstly, shout out Jesse Krill. Even me, I've been a bit critical of him, saying we need new blood in the sense. Kanan Moody, but he's been excellent in all the games he's played this year. So he's shutting up the haters, including me. But let's not take the piss here. He's not better than Jacques Fourie. Come on, there's no way. Player for player, skill for skill. There's no way he's playing at Jacques. I'm sorry.
So you're just saying he's in a good team. He's lucky that he's in a good team. Jesse alone
No,
wouldn't.
he's a great player. Jesse Kriel is a great player. But remember, Jacques Fourie is one of the best 13s of all time. You can't put Jesse Kriel over that. I'm sorry.
Mhm. No, I agree. I agree. And definitely the partnership with Dialendi that they've built also helps him as well. I think a good center pair, you can never go wrong. The team will most probably always win. You look at Sean de Villiers as well, Jacques Fourie at the time, New Zealand, Nonu and Smith. So, you can't go wrong with a good center pair. It'll make any player look good. And yeah, man, back to the game. On top in terms of ref watch, I think the ref, had a decent game. Gave us a lot of scrum penalties, and then I think second half, just let the scrums go on. There's a lot of scrum dominance. In terms of the yellow card for Ben Warren for Wales on the tackle on Marco van Staden. We've been having a few discussions over the past few weeks about the head contact, World Rugby's rules behind it, and sometimes it's very soft. It's some tackles, whether it's there's like mitigation in there, they'll still go up for review, maybe get a red card. What did you think about this one? I thought it was a bit contentious.
Yo, bro, I feel like every week I'm saying the same thing. Every single week.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
yo, bro. Okay, every week I say this. By the laws, it is a yellow card. But yo, guys,
Yeah.
come on. Come on, man. Come on. Every week.
It's becoming like soccer now.
He just grazed his head. Just grazed. Yo. I don't know anymore. You're telling me, yo, hey, it's so frustrating. It's very frustrating, but like we say, by the laws, it was a yellow card. But come on, I think they need to relook this law. Maybe they must bring in like it needs to be significant contact. You know what I mean? Maybe they need to bring that into the law because now any head contact is looked at. But I think maybe they should consider like the extent of the contact. Like he barely
Yeah.
touched his. So for me, it's frustrating. And I'm a South African fan, and a Wales player gets a yellow card, and I'm frustrated. So me, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, no, same. I think this is the first time where I saw a decision that didn't get reviewed for the red card. He just gave a yellow card. He said, "This is a yellow." I think it's the first time in a long time that I've seen them give a yellow just to say, "Okay, this is a yellow." Even I, the ref, think that it was quite soft, but again, by the law, I have to give it. It's nothing that much you can do. And yeah, man, that was second half. First half, the score was 19-0 at halftime. I think we could have scored a bit more. Wales probably happy that we didn't. They didn't concede more. They obviously had Josh Adams who had to pull out early before the game started. I think every week the Springboks play is a player that's not starting. There's a player that's injured, and then there's a few shakeups in the lineup. Next week against Argentina, they're saying it's possible there might be another one. What are you saying? They say Russell puts me in the boss.
Sorry, say that again.
They're saying every week that the Springboks have been playing, there's been a player or a few players that had to
No, no,
pull
no,
out
no, no,
early.
no. I heard that. I heard that. What
This
did you
guy,
say at the end?
they're saying maybe they must give me a tryout. Anyone's
What?
getting to play now.
You. I can pull up a YouTube video now and I'll link it to this video of you getting a handle.
This is the only YouTube channel and video I know.
No way, bro.
TBS,
No real rugby player wears gloves. Let's start there. You're wearing gloves on a podcast, sitting in your house. I'm sure there's a heater behind you right now and you're wearing gloves. You're telling me about Rasip put you in. No, guys. No. Rather he puts
This
me
guy,
in, it's fine.
you, what a flop high school career, bro. But we'll talk about it some other day. Yeah, man. And as I was saying, Wales probably happy that they didn't concede more. We had a lot of entries into the 22, but couldn't finish. And sort of reminded me of last year's test matches at the end of the year where we have a lot of entries in the 22s, but then that lack of composure and handling errors. I think there was a point there where, both teams were just messing around. I think Kobus was involved, passing, and there's a knock on. And obviously the conditions played a role in that. And yeah, man, do you think it will affect us going into the greatest rivalry? Because, New Zealand are a team that's obviously as big as us. They have good defense and they can attack you from anywhere. If we're not scoring, we saw what happened last year at Ellis Park. They can put you down, and that score is hard to get back in there. So do you think that maybe the team was just trying to find combos within each other because it's obviously new teams, or do you think it'll actually have an effect on us when it comes to big test matches where it's tight?
Look, I think historically Springboks have always, in terms of forwards, we've always struggled in that department where our forwards are very direct, physical. We never really have a forward pack that can move the ball and pop some offloads. Like it's never been the Springboks game. There's been periods where
Yeah.
we've tried it and things, but like historically, it's not something that we actually usually good at. So, and statistically in the competition, if you look at like all the stats, we dominate everything. But then when it comes to offloads, we're at the bottom. So I think it's just not a strength of ours because, like I said, our forwards they have a different game. They focused on physically dominating the opposing forwards, and it worked for us. It worked for us. 100%. It works for us, and that's why we've been so successful. Rasi built a platform from this team of forward dominance. So I guess that's just the way we play. It's not one of our strengths, in my opinion. I don't think we should try and force it to become one of our strengths, but I think I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned. Remember, we've also been switching the lineup every weekend. So there
Yeah.
hasn't been that like continuity within the team, which could also be a factor into why like that those combinations are maybe not going off. It's new players playing and things like that. So I think for me, it's not a major concern. And with the way we play, we yes, maybe we're not as clinical in the 22, but we always, because our set piece is so strong, we generate a lot of opportunities in the 22 anyway. So we have that room, you know. So I don't think it's a major concern for me, no.
Oh no, I agree with you. I agree with you. And yeah, I think the top players they always know how to finish. You give Justin Kobe a ball on the right, he'll always finish. Malcolm Marks from the back of a mall. They used to finishing. I was happy to see PVV finishing from the back of a mall. And speaking of players that finish, Jasper Visser was on the score line. And he scored his try. And the brothers of destruction, Kobus and Jasper, I thought there was one. There's another one, taller, bigger. Hey, I'm like, these guys, bro. Talk to me about the two Jasper brothers. And if you remember any other brothers that have played maybe for the Springboks or All Blacks, England.
No, the Jasper brothers, we know what Jasper gives us. We've seen him now. He's been consistently one of our best players for the Springboks. But Kobus,
Sure.
that man knows how to break the line. Eh? And when he breaks out, you just see these long strides. He's actually fast. He reminds me of like when Lotte Jager was young, when he just came into the
Yeah.
Springbok, like, also used to break the line a lot. But that
And they
man,
just get along. Yeah.
yeah, he hits some great lines. Even on the weekend, he broke the line 3-4 times. Like he's actually impressed me the last two games. He surprised me the most out of all the players. So I think he's putting his hand up to step up in this lock injury crisis that we're having right now. But yeah, the Destruction brothers, excellent once again. Like I said, Jasper, we know what we're gonna get from Jasper. That man he's an absolute tank. Absolute tank. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see. We've got the New Zealand brothers, maybe South Africa, maybe must speak to Jasper's parents, ask them, get us one more there. Get us a backline player.
Backline, yes. That's it. It's insane. That's insane. Yeah, man, 100%. I agree. The amount of gain line that Jasper gives us, just creates that fast ball. And I think someone like Grant Williams is someone who benefits from that with his quick line of speed. I think he just knows that whenever Jasper has the ball, we can play quick off of this and then get the backline ready as well. And yeah, man, I think it was performance that a lot of the young players would be happy to get a chance to play in. But then the big, more experienced players probably wanted more out of that match. But I think we always knew who was going to win that match. Springboks obviously were going to win. It was just about how much. And then final score 43-0 to Springboks. I think it's been a successful Nations Championship period now. Obviously going into the greatest rivalry, and we're at the top. We're at the top of the Southern Hemisphere log, and only New Zealand behind us, as they always are, and as they always should be, even in the world rankings. And obviously, yeah, I don't think the Northern Hemisphere, even in World Cups, they still can't get one up over us. I don't know why they made this tournament thinking that they'll get something. They're forcing a final, but the final is usually Southern Hemisphere. They're forcing now final because it's forced to be Northern and Southern Hemisphere. Um, but yeah, man, a beautiful spectacle in Durban. And even speaking of Durban, Hollywood Bits, last week we played at Loftus Versfeld. First week was Ellis Park. For you, which one would be your best stadium? Which stadium do you think is the best in SA for rugby?
I mean, I love Loftus. I think Loftus got a good vibe, good culture. You know, it's nearby the university. I love Loftus. Loftus is top for me, but you can't go wrong with Cape Town, man. You can't compete with the Cape Town stadium.
I was about to
But,
say from Cape Town, talking about Loftus.
yeah, but come on, I'm from Cape Town. I live in Joburg, so I gotta play both sides. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, same. I think with the Cape Town one, it's much more for Stormers games. Even for obviously Springbok games, whenever New Zealand plays here as well, because there's a lot of New Zealand fans in Cape Town. A lot of the Cape Crusaders and a lot of people still support New Zealand here because of the history dating back to the 90s. So their support for both teams, even when the Springboks are losing, you still find that the crowd is going crazy. So DHL, I love DHL. Ellis Park, just the history of Ellis Park. It being Mandela Day and the 18th, obviously that moment takes us back to 1995. Ellis Park will always be crazy, and I mean Durban's a vibe. I think there's also that Kings Club thing going on in the south stand, like at the back stand, where it's just like a beach club. People are drinking, vibing. I don't even know if they're watching the match. But yeah, I agree. DHL as well. And yeah, in terms of Wales, they having a few dark years now. But thinking back to the better years back then, um, who who was or who would be one of your favorite Wales players? There's obviously the legend Shane Williams, Dan Bigger, the big tall man for British and Irish lads, Ellen Wynne Jones. Who would be your favorite or one of your best Wales players back in the day?
Look, I think Wales going through a bit of a tough time right now, but they'll be
Yeah,
back. Hopefully, they'll be back, man. Rugby needs a good Wales team. Wales is like it's always been one of the top nations. We need them to be good, and their performance wasn't actually that bad. Um,
thanks.
because the only reason they ended up with 0 points is because they turned down all the penalty kicking options. They wanted to score a try, so we gotta applaud them for that. And they have some good players. The number 9, that guy's he's got a boot from the base box kick. He can kick it from the 5 meter line to the halfway line. He's got a crazy boot. They got the captain
Yeah,
as well. Reece Zammit is back now. They got some good young players, a good young fly off. So hopefully they'll be back. But for me, in terms of your question, I gotta go with the OG Lee Halfpenny. That was my
ish,
old time favorite Wales player. Yeah.
ish. Okay. I'll go with Shane Williams. I think it's just a legend. I love a good backline player, nice wing. There was a period where he was just scoring tries on tries on tries each test match for like good 5 years. That's I think that when I started watching rugby as well. So yeah, man, Wales currently
What's
going through
interesting,
an
actually, what's interesting, I don't know if
yeah,
you saw that in the game, Wales deal with the high balls differently. Like I've never seen another team. So what they do is like, let's say you do a box kick, right? After you kick it, you have the players that are running back, right? And then you have the players that are waiting to receive the kick, right? Like the fullback or whoever. Everyone else is running back. With Wales, what they do is the guys running back, they're the ones that catch the ball. And then the guys waiting for the kick, like the fullback usually, or whoever's there at the back, they just there as like a safety net. So it's weird. It's like the guys running back, they catch the ball and then they catch it from behind. It's crazy. And they did it the whole game. The whole game they did it like that, where the guys running back would catch the high balls, and then the guys waiting for the kick who would usually catch it are just there, like as a safety net. It's actually
yeah.
interesting. It looked like it worked. So I've never seen that before.
It's okay, a small one because also if he's facing forward, then the possibility of knocking it on is much more than if you're facing backwards. Like obviously, it's a bit
Mm.
difficult to catch the ball facing that way because you're running back. But if you do lose it, then it's going back to your team.
Yeah,
So
and they
it's
have
just
that safety
okay, good
player
one.
there. So too. if you knock it on, they have that safety guy there that will catch it. It's actually quite smart.
Yeah, and it's like you're chasing with the player that's also chasing. So if you're running, it's like you're running with Kobe as well. You guys are running back
Yeah.
to catch that ball.
Yeah, but it's definitely
So
something they've definitely like worked on it in training. Like it's intentional because that's also a hard skill. Like to catch the ball from behind, it's tough. So
mm,
I'm sure this is something they've been working on in training. So shout out to the Wales coaches, bring some innovation to the game.
I don't know, 100%, 100%. And speaking on that, did you catch any of the other matches?
I caught, but I didn't watch like full 80 minutes for any of the other matches. It was a
Mhm,
bit of a hectic weekend. But Australia looked good. Australia looked like they're coming back to the Australia that we know, which we love to
mhm.
see. Controversy with the Argentina-England game. England getting some revenge there from the FIFA World Cup. But
It's
very controversial. Almost FIFA World Cup scenes there at the end. The players surrounding the refs. It was, yeah, we don't want to see that in rugby. We don't want rugby to
yeah,
become
that
like
never
soccer.
happens in rugby.
Yeah, we don't want rugby to become like soccer, man. Let's keep what we love about rugby is the respect. Let's keep it that way. I see. Maybe it's an Argentina thing. Argentina, they like fighting with the refs in football and rugby. But I don't know if you saw Argentina rocked up to the game with a retro Maradona kit, but of
I
mind
saw, I
games
saw,
there.
I saw. You're playing well into the whole World Cup thing that's going on as well.
But of mind games there.
I don't know. What do you mean hectic weekend? What were you doing? Tried calling you, texting you. This guy's not waking up. What's going on?
Nah, bro, this is a sports podcast. Let's keep it with sports.
This is a sport podcast. You're supposed to be watching the matches. This guy can't even wake up. We'll leave that.
Nah,
We'll
nah.
leave that.
The thing is, the weather in Joburg was like this weekend. The weather was great because it's like we're still kind of in winter, but it was actually hot. So
Yeah.
I had to live life. I had to live life. I had to live life.
All right. No comment. No comment. Yeah, no. I got up. I got up early Saturday. Actually, I went for a 5K run. Ish. I felt like I only ran 2K. I was walking the other one. I don't know. The body's heavy now.
Bro, and you was he telling them they must put you inside? Ah, come on. Respect our
Rugby.
viewers. Respect our viewers, please.
It will still put me on. Yeah, man. I went for the run, and then afterwards I was chilling at Spur. I just had some breakfast, and then I got to watch the New Zealand and Ireland match. But see, I think that was probably the toughest match of the weekend. Super tight. And yeah, I mean, I just enjoyed watching New Zealand attack. Obviously, they always one of the best attacking teams. Damien McKenzie, just a star player. And yeah, I mean, they were playing at home, Eden Park. Obviously, you can't break that streak. So I knew Ireland were gonna lose. But yeah, I just enjoyed watching New Zealand play. And speaking of that, um, I have the team of the week this weekend. And a lot of the focus was more so on the tough matches: England, Argentina, New Zealand, and Ireland. Obviously, we played Wales, but there was a lot of star performances. But I think I kind of focus it there. I'll read it out for you. Then you just let me know if I should, if you have a player that you think would be there. And you guys also let us know in the comments, the conversation. Let us know who you guys think should be there or who should not be there in the top 15 for this weekend. And what was your top 15 as well? So at number one, I have Ellis Gench. He scored a try assist. He had a try assist, and obviously keeping the Argentina squad. We know how good the Argentina pops are, so he kept them out a lot, getting a lot of penalties and good carries as well. Then number two, it's either for me it was either Malcolm Marks, decent at the set piece in terms of scrum and line outs as well. Michael Marks or Jamie George as well for England, also good at the set piece. Either one of them two for me. And then number three again, England, Springboks, Joe Hayes, he had a good match. Joe Hayes and Volkolo as well. And in terms of scrum dominance, you saw what was going on there with the Wales who were on ice skates. And at number four, the match that I was watching, Patrick Tuipulotu, the big man is back. He had a try. Was shutting it down for the line out for the All Blacks. He had a good match. And then number five, was also the debutant, Ruben van Heerden. He had a decent match, but I had to go for the Brothers of Destruction, the Undertaker, Kobus Visa with the line breaks and just that physicality that he brings. And then number six for me, Adi Savia. So the back row, it's not necessarily number for number. I just think I just picked the best loose trio that I thought deserved it. So Adi Sevilla, he's there for he's got a try. The carries were just absolutely brutal. The guy's playing in his home crowd, captain. He just went out all for it. And then Ben Earl, 2 tries for England. Scored 2 tries for England in that tough match in Argentina. Argentina, very hard team to beat in Argentina. He scored 2 tries, just brutal carries, very physical guy. And then number 8, Jasper Visa, he scored a try. I'm super happy for him. And also just the amount of physicality, amount of game line that he was giving the Springboks against Wales. I think he always does that. And then number 9, for the first time since we started doing Team of the Week, it's not Cam Record. I put Kobus Reinach there. What did you think about Kobus Reinach's performance? I think he obviously had the try as well, and just the box kicking. I think it's always good.
No, he had a great performance. I think he's like at the peak of his career, which is funny because he's coming towards the end of his career, but he's playing the best rugby we've seen him play in his career. Always a threat from the rucks. What I like about
Right.
our 9 setup right now that we have with the Springboks, all of them offer the same threat, whether it's Papier, Herschel Yankees, whether it's Grant, Kobus Reinach, they all are a threat around the rucks. So
Facts.
he puts that doubt in the defender's mind because when you play rugby and you're that first defender, you almost wanna get to the guy they're passing too quickly. Sometimes you might cheat, you might go a bit early. But when you have 9s like that where they can snipe, you have to give him that respect and pay attention to the 9, and it almost delays you from now pressing higher onto the next receiver. So we have that threat with all our 9s, which is great. But Kobus Reinach, great performance. Like I said, he was experienced head next to Busi, which is good. I think that contributed to Busi having a good game. It's going to be interesting to see who our starting 9 is going to be. Like it's an open race right now. So we'll see when the greatest rivalry comes, because then that's when we'll truly see who Rassi in his mind is our strongest team. We'll see it in those matches. So we'll see.
100%. Shout out to Grootman, Kobus Reinach. I think he's just aging like fine wine. You're right about who we'll see in terms of the combos, the half pairing. So I think he likes Kobus with Sasha, Grant usually with Mani, and then Papier with maybe Pollard because of the Bulls link up. But we'll definitely see. Shout out to Kobus. And number 10, Flower, I had Finn Smith, just the game management that he had in that match. Also big shout out to Vusi as well. And I had Finn Smith, game management he had in Argentina, super good kicking. England are very structured kicking team. And also big shout out to Ruben Love as well. He had a brilliant game with New Zealand. I think his stock is going up with Bowden Barrett now out. He's kind of getting in with that new gen, saying I want to take this number 10 spot. I don't know if he'd still be number 10 if Richie Moanga was playing, but hey man, we'll see if they bring him to South Africa for the tour. And then at left wing, I had Emmanuel Fewa Bosso. He scored the match-winning try against Argentina. Sort of brilliant performance. One of my favorite players. And inside center, so I had to have these 2 in there. Jesse Krill, obviously, like I said, he's been scoring consecutive tries that go forward. Obviously, always good in defense. So I have him at number 12, and then number 13, outside center, I have Marcus Smith. Obviously the playmaker in that match against Argentina, and he also scored that try that brought the match, or took the match a little bit away from Argentina. It was still getting their revenge for what Messi did to them on Thursday. And then KLA on the right wing for me, I think he had a good match. Just a good game player. Also shout out to Williams. He had a try and an assist, but I had to go for KLA. And number 15, inevitable, Mr. Inevitable. The all-time record holder for tries for All Blacks, Will Jordan. He scored again. This guy, he needs to stop now.
Did I hear you say Marcus Smith at center?
Yeah, outside.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense. Are you gonna have a 5 foot 60 kg player at center?
Outside though. He was basically utility.
I could
I had to have him in the team.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm not okay. I'm not having that one. I'm not having that. I'm not having that one. There's no way. Yo, I'm not having that one. This guy, you don't respect us, yo.
I had to have him in the team, bro.
No,
Currently leave him
bro.
out.
I don't agree with that take, yo. I don't agree.
But look who's at fullback though. Will
Yeah,
Jordan.
but no, bro. Marcus Smith, he has never even played a day in his life a match at here.
Yeah. But I had to fit them in. Like I'm saying, it's position for position. But even like with the loose trio, like it's not necessarily number 8 versus number 8. If
Bro,
the guy had a
you
good
are the
match.
reason. You the reason why on our social media they're always coming for us. Yo, yo. I wanted to be clear, guys. When you see this team of the week on our page, when did we post it? It's pro. I'm not involved. I'm not involved.
This guy, you must tell him to be involved. Maybe they will come out with a better team.
Yeah,
But yeah,
next
man.
week I'll do the team next week.
Yeah, we'll do the team together. We'll do the team together. And then, yeah, man. Number 15, I had Will Jordan. Obviously, he scored that try. I can't touch story. And then, yeah, man. What do you think? Maybe Fassi? Could have put Fassi in there. You know, the people are gonna say something.
You're rage baiting me. I won't allow myself to be rage.
Now you'll come back soon. You'll come back soon, man. But yeah, man, that's the catch up on Springbok versus Wales and Nations Championship. Obviously, they'll be back in November again. We're looking forward to the greatest rivalry. They'll be coming in SA. We'll see if we'll catch any of the matches. I know New Zealand are playing Stormers here in Cape Town, so I might go to that match. Dean, if you can't catch the All Blacks versus SA match, I think they sold out. Let's try to catch one of the club teams that they're playing. I think they're playing Bulls there. And yeah, man. We'll see you guys next week. South Africa will be playing Argentina in Argentina. We'll be catching up on that match. It's the big fixture. And yeah, man, join the conversation in the comments. Let us know what you think. And comment, subscribe, and like. Dean, last thoughts before we're out.
Yeah, man, we'll be back next week as always. I think it's going to be interesting to see we coming to the business end now. Great Hills Rivalry Tour it's creeping up on us. We've seen different combinations, different lineups, different selections. He's giving new players a chance. But I'm interested to see what is in Dr. Rassi's mind, what's our best 23, what's our best squad. Because right now, nobody knows, which is good. I guess the opponents don't know either. So I'm
Facts.
interested to see if the closer we get to that tour, we'll get some hints and get some info, and we'll see like, okay, we're starting to see who Rassi's going to select as lock to cover the injury crisis. Who's going to be our starting 10, starting 9. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that. And yeah, I'm definitely going to try to attend one of the games in person. If not, I'll attend at least. I'll go to the sports park, catch up with some other people, maybe do some interviews. But yeah, the big fixture, we'll be back next week.